Greetings. This is Ukumbwa again. Just wanted to talk to you today. Let's talk. I've been seeing a lot of things coming up online and social media about racism. Clearly, in this day and age, of course, and it's righteous for that to happen. But there are a lot of people that are asserting that there's really no functional connection, particularly for European people, for white people, around the history of racism in the United States settler colony or in the Western Hemisphere or anywhere for that matter. So many people are asserting that, well, I didn't do anything to people, and no one I know, they haven't actually done the research, most likely, to see if people in their lineage have done some of the horrendous things that have been done in the name of white supremacy and settler colonialism. But one of the things that a lot of people are not understanding right now is that we and they are living in the ramifications of that historical record. And so many of those things have been called forward into the injustice system, into the educational system, the medical system around issues of African and indigenous women experiencing medical racism on a constant basis. We can just look at some of the statistics around even issues around childbirth, but many generalized kinds of situations with indigenous and African women in the medical industry. But there are so many structures and systems that are still stinking with the patina of racism and white supremacy, and people have to be able to look at that. That there is an accountability that's being called for by them, called forward even by some of their ancestors, to look at the system and actually do the work to dismantle racism. That there's actually work that needs to be done, not just simply talking on social media, which I find very important also. But there's some real rubber hits the road work that has to be done around this issue of racism. And we can't step back. European people, white people, can't keep stepping back from that and saying that they have no responsibility or no accountability for that work. It's tremendously important for them to step into this work and to really be accountable, to really start to live from a place of compassion and a place where they really understand technically and critically what's been going on in the world and how it affects people of the global majority, African people, indigenous people, all over the world. So many people are calling for, well, I just want to see a world of love and I want to see a world of peace. And that's right on target. That's beautiful. But some real important work has to get done. And if people aren't seeing their need for accountability and real, solid, organized work in the world, we're never going to get there. Never going to get there. You're never going to be able to look at your children in the eyes and say, well, I did my best to create a world of love and peace, like I've been saying all over the place. I never did the work. We don't want that to happen. We want all of our children to live in a world where love and peace and justice are actually real things, not just, wishes that we want to have happen, not just hopes and beliefs, that we're actually doing the work, that actually white people, European people are stepping into that work on a real basis. You know, there's a lot to do and it has to be done. If not,